this movie was very bizarre with this. Like you just said, it was person starting out being very old, and then the person, like a young child, like this girl that he was taking care of or knew. Well, as she grew older, they met in the middle somehow. So, when he went from being an old man to being, say, in the late 30s, she finally made it to the late 30s. They met in the middle and fell in love and got married. But he continued to progress to being younger and younger until he became a teenager. She progressed to being older, and at the end of the movie, she took care of him as the baby.
Oh,
It
wow.
was very bizarre. It was a great movie, though.
Private Benjamin or something. I don't know what it was, but something like that.
I think it was something. I just can't think of the movie right now.
I can't either. I've seen it, though.
Yeah, that would be really, creepy to have that happen, to go and oh, wow. But, the dream was so realistic. Here you are, old, right? You can't walk. You hardly can do anything. When you're born, you can't walk. You have to go through a stage where you can walk. So everything was reversed, but it was so real that, when I woke up, I sat there for a minute and tried to realize that, hey, was I in a dream still, or was that the real, it was that convincing.
I've had dreams like that. You wake up, you don't know. You got to take a few minutes to take in your surroundings to realize it was a dream.
Yeah, but I wonder what that means. Why would I go have it? Maybe it's because I'm getting older and I don't want to be older.
Maybe. I don't know.
I want to be 35. 35 was a good year for me.
35. That was about the year when I wore that outfit.
Oh, you wore the SS outfit. Good job.
Yeah, that was a fail. That was one of my 3 Halloween fails.
Yeah. What did your wife do at the time?
Well, she acted like it was my idea when she told me to just put that on. That'll work. We get there when I got escorted. She was like, "I told you not to wear that." I look at her like, "What?" I didn't say nothing. I was like, "You talk about having my back. Jeez, you're escorting me out the door too."
Did she stay? So she stayed at the party while you were booted out.
Yeah.
She's a hypocrite.
That's all right. I didn't care. I'm not much for parties anyway. I didn't even want to go. But so it was no skin off my back. But I wasn't expecting it anyway.
Now, did you drive to the party or did you walk to it?
No, we both drove.
Okay, it would have been horrible walking down the street and that. What? People, you might have never made it to that party. You know that.
I'm telling you, and people could have threw something and ruined it because you know how valuable they were, and plus they were old. It was in good shape, but still, and those boots, they were really good boots too, boy. But it's hard to walk distance in those boots.
Well, you don't walk normal; you goose step in them.
Yeah, right. It's one thing. Yeah, I was looking to commit suicide that night. My goodness, I got in a car and took the top part of the uniform off and just didn't want to. I didn't even want to be driving in it with the cap. Matter of fact, I had the cap. I remember when I bought that cap, I put on the dash of my van. I'm driving. I actually got pulled over by the police. He says, "What is that?" And I'm like, I'm looking over the van. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He says, he's pointing on the dash. I'm like, "Hey, it's an antique." And his buddy goes, "Get that off the dash." So yeah, it was. I should have knew then when I bought the thing that it's got a bad rep with it.
Now, did James? Did you get any trick or treaters at all?
Nope.
Did you have the lights off again this year and the curtains pulled and all that stuff?
Yes. It wouldn't matter anyway. Nobody comes in this area. I don't know why.
That's because they're scared of you because you wear an SS uniform.
No, I got rid of that before I ever moved here, so they never even knew about it.
No, but your reputation followed you.
Maybe, I don't know. It was one of the worst uniform or outfits, costumes, whatever you want to say, I ever wore. I know that much.
Well, you learned your lesson.
I did. I learned my lesson. The only good thing came out of it paid for a lot of medical bills.
Yeah, you could have dressed as a nun, but knowing you wouldn't shave first.
I can't shave my 1970s Fu Manchu off, could I?
I think it was more like the late 60s, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as we got it down. It's coming back now. Everybody's got them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just keep wearing it. It'll come back into style.
Yeah, I see it all the time. All a bunch of football players are wearing them now, so it must be coming around.
My wife does that. She has in our walk-in closet a box or two of clothes when we first got married 40-some years ago, right? And I keep saying, please, can we just get rid of it? And she'll say, no, it'll come back in style. Well, she's not in her 20s anymore. She's in her early 60s. Is she going to wear clothes that are 40-some years old? Not going to happen. But I don't know. You know how women are.
Just a box?
No, I think maybe two boxes.
Try a entire stretch of closet, almost like half a store, of about 800 pieces of clothing and about 100 or a couple of hundred and still having the tags on them.
She does. My wife, they still have all the tags on them. I don't know. Plaid pants, plaid tops. Ooh, checkers.
That's
Ooh.
what I had to put up with. Yes. I mean, it took me years to get rid of all those clothes once my spouse passed away. I mean, it was just a major, major effort.
You know, I tell you how my luck is. You know, back in the late 60s, I went out and bought my first suit. And I went to, I can't remember that guy used to have we advertised on TV all the time. Oh, Nationwide clothing store.
Men's Warehouse?
Yeah, Men's Warehouse. I went in there.
Yep.
And the guy says, okay, this is nice. And it was a plaid sports jacket with plaid pants, bell-bottom pants. You know, it was like the little squares on it. And it looked really cool, and I was so proud. And then, it seemed like a month later, the disco thing went bye-bye, and all this went bye-bye, and, you know, I wore it somewhere, and people were making fun of me. Just like in a month's time.
They usually associate that with old people now. And
what are you talking about?
oh, I don't know, but you go into any Goodwill store or something, and I think they've kind of cleared those out because they just simply didn't sell. But there was a time in some of these thrift stores, you go in there, and there's nothing but plaid pants all over the place. Who wants to wear plaid? I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, I look at some, you know, my wife one time was, you know, getting in that weird mood. Hey, look at some of our pictures when we first were married, you know, before we had a whole bunch of kids. And here I am in this plaid coat and plaid pants. And it's so embarrassing. I mean, God, how would I, in black glasses that were huge on me. And, you know, it just can't believe I would wear or ever have worn anything like that.
The only person on television that made that popular was Herb Tarlick on WKRP in Cincinnati. I don't remember anybody else on TV that was dressing like that.
How could you? Because, you know, the cameras, you know what it would do with all those the design of it, it would kind of you know, blow out the cameras. And so you'd be looking at it on TV and, you know, it was just, I don't know, it was a bad year, bad couple years with the men's clothing. Bell bottoms went out. Everything, the plaids, the bell bottoms all went out. And the pants, remember how they were made out of whatever that rayon or nylon or whatever it is? That if you got just like a woman's pantyhose, you get a snag in it, it runs. You'd have a pair of pants and you get a snag in them and it would run all the way down. Polyester, yeah. Polyester this. I mean, yeah, easy take care of, yeah. Oh, man, you were cool.
Like a pig in it.
You were cool.
Like a pig whenever it got hot.
That and turtleneck, turtleneck shirts. Yes, yeah, I was cool. I was awesome.
Yeah. Listen, the early '70s had rotten clothes. I remember being a wee tyke starting first grade. My mom bought these clothes. There was bell bottoms and these plaid pants. I was a country boy all the way, so I am not wearing those clothes. I refused to wear them. I even had a meeting with her favorite tool, the hairbrush. I wouldn't wear them. I wouldn't do it.
Now, you know what? They would make really good Halloween costumes, though.
Yeah, if I was like 6, 7 years old, I could fit into them.
Yeah. Why is it the people are scared of clowns? Have you ever figured that out? I mean, when you're a kid, you thought clowns were, funny, and they did all these tricks, and they made you happy. Nowadays, like Bozo and all those type of things, and now J.P. Patches up here in the Northwest, and now, I mean, everybody is, associating clowns with fangs and, evil long fingernails that grow and that they want to, tear you apart with their teeth.
Look at the movies that came out, like It, and before that, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the classic.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got John Wayne Gacy, too. He kind of gave clowns a bad name from the 70s to the 80s.
That didn't help either.
No, it sure didn't help. The reason I was saying about the clown thing, I was watching on YouTube about clowns, to steal a picture to put up on my website. And I was trying to get an idea, what type of clown picture would I like? And then I started watching these YouTubes out of Brazil and Argentina, where they would go, a clown would come out of the parking garage with a chainsaw and people would run because they were scared. Can you imagine doing those type of pranks to scare people? All it took is one person packing a gun to say, hell with this, bang, you're gone.
Yeah, not very bright. I see those people all the time. I'm like, that's not very smart, because I can tell you, I'm not the kind that run. I'm going to put them to sleep in a little sleeper hold. I'm going to go nighty-night, because that is just, they're really living life on, now that's living life on the edge, trying to scare people in. Clown with, everybody's got a stigma with it already.
That or zombies. I mean, again, too. I mean, you're somewhere, and you're all of a sudden you're trying to get in your car late at night, and a zombie's right there. I mean, zombies don't exist, but if you see one, what are you going to do?
I'd worry about the costume being so realistic. If it's Halloween, for instance, that you're such a realistic-looking zombie, and all of a sudden someone shoots you because they think you're real.
Well, how about the idiots that do it non-Halloween? Just do it as practical jokes. I mean, you're really risking your life. In fact, there was a case here with a killer clown that he scared somebody so bad they keeled over dead, and he was tried for murder. Now, I don't know what happened at that point. It wasn't in our country. But could you imagine somebody? You never know what somebody's health's like. So if you come running after him with a chainsaw or an axe or a big long knife, machete, for example, and you got blood all over you and all this fake blood, it's going to scare somebody. What's going to happen? Somebody's going to drop over eventually if you do it enough times.
That's why I backed off from practical jokes, because I could see where it could lead to.
Yeah. Well, I could have, what I did the other night was stupid.
You're lucky to be walking.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Sam, I'm going to cut you. We'll be back with you at, 8:03?
8:03.
Okay, my friend. Well, have a nice cool one for me. And you know what I mean by cool one? Glass of milk. Mm-hmm. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Oh, my.
What are you saying, oh, my God, for?
Because I know he's not going to drink cold milk, is he? He's going to drink special milk.
No, I don't know. You take a little bit of this and a little bit of that with the milk, It's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's called White Russian. That's what it's called.
Or White Nazi.
Oh, Lord, don't even mention that word. That's bad.
Yeah, that was still stupid of you. You know that.
I know. It was a long time ago. Believe me, it was stupid. It wasn't even my idea. That was the whole twist of it. I was like rustled into it.
Yeah, blame it on somebody else. Anyway, we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark. And if you have a scary story, you can certainly give us a call when we come back at, about 1 minute after the top of the hour at 1-253-203-6681. I got a funny feeling no one's going to call in tonight. They're not used to calling in, James. But again, you can certainly try at 1-253-203-6681. We'll be back in 2.